Welcome to B-domeduaids.com. Today we'll be considering determinants of order 2 matrix. But before we forge ahead, what are determinants? If we are asked to calculate determinants, what are determinants themselves? Now, determinants are numbers, or they are special numbers that can be gotten from a square matrix. They can be easily calculated from a square matrix. Now, what is a square matrix? Look at this matrix. Any matrix in this form is a square matrix. This matrix is in order 2. Why is it in order 2? Because we have two columns, and it also have 2 rows. That's why we say it is an order 2 matrix. So now, how are we going to determine the determinant of order 2 matrix? That's what we are going to look at now. The determinants can be represented by 2 different figures or ways. We can represent the determinant of a matrix using this, then the matrix, or we can also represent it using this. Let's assume it's matrix A. We can represent the determinant of matrix A using that A, or using this like this. We just put a straight arrow instead of the normal arrow that we normally use. So those are the ways in which we can represent the determinant of matrix. So let's see how we can calculate the determinant of order 2 matrix. Now, this is the matrix that we want to calculate, because they say evaluate the determinant of the following matrix. Let's start with the first one, which is I. We have, let's put it in the determinant way of representing the matrix. This is the matrix that we need. So what we are going to do is very simple. We are just going to take the first entry here and multiply by the last entry here, and then take this entry and multiply by this other entry in that order. So look at what we are going to do now. The first entry is 1 multiplied by 4, this entry, and then subtract this 3 multiplied by 2. Yes, if we do this successfully, we are going to have this to be equal to 1 times 4 is what? Is 4. Subtract by 3 times 2 is what? Is 6. Now, 4 minus 6 is equal to what? 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2. And that is the determinant of this matrix. That's the first matrix. This minus 2 is the determinant of this matrix. That is why we say they are special numbers that we calculate from square matrix. Now let's move on to solve the example 2. Now the example 2, which is II, says we should calculate the determinant of this matrix. We have the first entry there is minus 2. The second entry on the row is 1, and the second entry on the column is 3, and the second entry on the second row is 4. Now, we are going to use this same format to calculate the determinant of this other matrix as well. This will be equal to, take this one, which is minus 2 multiplied by 4, then subtract by 1 multiplied by minus 3 in that order, which if we do this correctly, we are going to have minus 2 times 4. Now remember, this 4 that don't have anything means it's a positive 4. So minus times plus is what? You have minus. 2 times 4 is what? You have 8. That simply means minus 8 minus. Now this one is 1. Remember, you don't have anything. So it's a positive 1. 1 times minus 3. Your answer will be equal to minus 3. Because plus times minus is minus. That's why we have this minus here. So if that's the case, we have minus 8 minus 3. But minus times minus is equals to what? Is plus. That simply means we have minus 8 plus 3, which is equal to minus 8 plus 3 is equal to minus 5. And that is your answer for the determinant of this other second matrix. Yes, determinant is very simple, especially for other 2 matrices. So in our next video, we will make a video on how to determine the determinant of other 3 matrices. I hope this video is very interesting. If you find it very interesting, just click the like button, follow the page, and share for more videos of this nature. Thank you for listening.